Welcome, dirty peasants, to episode 11 of the Wartwood Gazette podcast. This week we'll be covering Amphibia Season 1, Episode 3, Hop Luck and Stakeout. I'm your host, Empaticon, and joining me today we have Ben.
Hello.
And Nick.
Hey guys.
So I guess, was there any news this week? I think it was a little bit slow.
Yeah, I don't think there's any news, but I do think we will be getting something from Matt soon because he did say that if Amphibia trends on Disney Plus, then he's gonna have something special for us. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
Anything potentially relating to season 3, I'm totally open for.
And then, so I guess we'll go right into Hop Luck. So Hop Luck is written by Matt Brawley and Jack Ferrello, storyboard by Catherine Maruzik and Kyler Spears, and directed by Bert Yoon. So this episode, it starts up with Anne showing pictures of her cat Domino, and then eventually we follow the trail of the visible cartoon scent back to the planner home where Hop Up is cooking for a potluck competition, which the planters always lose, and then Hop Hop explains the rules about their history of the planners always getting last and going to the shame cage. But then this year, since Anne is with them, she wants to try to shake things up a bit by making pizza. Of course, pizza is not pizza doesn't exist in this world, so they have to look for ingredients in a way where it's not the ingredients in Amphibia might differ a little bit from the ingredients on Earth. So to get the dough, we get to see Maddie for the first time when her dad offers up the dough after they use sprigs. They basically sell off sprigs.
Yeah.
And then the cheese, they still got it. They still milked it. It was from a worm. And then the fight to get the basil was off screen. And then I guess the climax of the segment is fighting that tomato piranha plant. And then eventually they all get eaten by the tomato monster, and then the ingredients get melted in the acid, and then eventually the moral of the story shows up of Anne giving in to Hop Up's old ways with the recipe book. And then eventually they eat their way out of the monster, and then they still have that a slice of tomato that they used to I guess enhance the flavor of Hop Up's there's some sort of
I think it's like a pie or something.
Yeah, a pie of some sort.
I don't even recall it. Yeah, it was like a cricket. It was like a pie with a bunch of worms sticking out of it. So I don't blame Toadstool for not liking it.
Yeah, and then even though it's the best dish they've made, they still lost.
Yeah.
And then the episode ends with Anne joining the planners in the shame cage and getting I don't want to say, I guess they get shit slung at them.
Yeah. Basically. God.
And that pretty much concludes Hop Luck. And this is probably one of the funniest episodes of the show for me. Every joke, whether it was dialogue or just visual comedy, was hilarious to me. Even the whole the shame cage, I think, was the very early on when I was watching Amphibia. Oh man, I'm gonna love this show with the way it cuts to the lightning striking, and just Bill Farmer's delivery, and Maddie also was hilarious. And that whole montage, the whole quest to get the ingredients was just like a lot of fun, with a little bit of with a little bit of development for Anne at the end when like she's like starting to like become part of the family when she like asks to join them, which is a not really like, I guess, wholesome moment, which was nice. But starting with Ben, what were your thoughts on the episode?
Yeah, I guess like you, I really like all the jokes that were in the episode. Just either direct ones or indirect ones where like the Mr. Flower, his name is the baker who's Maddie's father. He's like, if you want the dough, the boy has to marry my daughter.
Yeah,
And then
oh man, yeah. I just love
it
how we
cuts
just.
to, or go ahead, Nick.
Oh no, I just love how as soon as we get there, he's just like, if you want the dough, the boy has to marry my daughter. Like I just always, every time I get to that scene, I just have to pause and just start laughing because like, yeah, Stakeout, like freaking Hot Plug is just like really funny episode.
But yeah, and then it cuts to Maddie, who we might or might have not seen before, but we kind of get a little bit more into her, that she's like kind of a weird, seemingly stalker to Sprig, because she got like a little voodoo doll-ish thing of Sprig, who she like just straight up stabs in the chest. And then Anne is just like, enjoy your son-in-law. It had a little bit of I guess, world building too, because with Sprig being Maddie's like future husband. I forget the episode, but one of the future episodes in season 1 where Anne and Sprig get cursed, that's a plot point. So it kind of builds up to introduce future episodes. And overall, I like good jokes, good story. Had a lot of funny moments. Yeah.
How about you, Nick? What were your thoughts on this episode?
Well, honestly, like I don't have as much to say as Ben, but like, yeah, I will say like it was a really good like mismatch of like, humor and character moments. I just it's one of my favorite episodes because like I just love the idea of like a show being about a family or a group going on adventures together, and this was like basically their first adventure together. They're all still figuring each other out as this new group, and yeah, no, I just really enjoyed the character moments we got of Anne because like I saw this episode as like two things, like maybe like one side of it revealing like one of her issues, which is like that need to be like pleasing to a group, to stay in that group, to like actually feel like she has a place in there, and just her actually just liking the planters as people, wanting to be there for them. And I'm just happy that like even so Anne's ideas didn't come out right in the end, the planters still appreciated the fact that she was there for them. Like it's like the effort she put in that they appreciated, not like actually what happened with them. So I just saw that as like another plus of the relationship she made here on Amphibia. See, honestly, overall for me, really good episode.
Yeah, like you mentioned, like this is the first episode where we get the we get like the main cast like having an episode together, because like the episodes before were mostly Anne and Sprig. So
yeah, it was I think it was like mostly Anne and Sprig, and then I think Polly doesn't warm up to Anne until like King Crazy, when they all go on an adventure to go. I mean, I just sort of like that continuity though, because it's like the episode literally opens up with Anne not just hanging out with Sprig but also Polly, and like that could have only worked because of King Crazy. So I mean, there's that. There's like the evolution of that relationship.
yeah, so I think like last week, Flood, Sweat, and Tears was mostly Anne and Sprig, but then like Kane Crazy like had Polly involved, and then like now this week like Hop Hop is getting more involved or getting more screen time, and yeah, like this like the cat like the dynamic between like it's just nice to have like the family are the members of the Planner family are all like different ages along with Anne. Like you have Hop Hop who's like the elder, then you have Anne who's pretty much the teenager, even though she's still like
Mhm.
she's still pretty young.
Yeah.
And then you have like Sprig who's like the kid, and then Polly's the baby. So it's like there's a whole like there's there's a few years between them. So it's not even though for the kids the age difference isn't that far apart. Like I'm sure like even like in real life when we talk to like kids a few years like different in age, there's still a lot of like it still feels like a generational divide.
Yeah. Like it's just I just feel like as you get older, like that like a divide of like 2 or 3 years just like stop like it just stops mattering. Like but like when you're like 13, 16, it's like you know what I mean? I mean I guess in
Yeah.
like Anne and Sprig's case, it's like Sprig is like 10, right? Yeah, Sprig is 10 or 11. I can never pin that down. Is Sprig 10 or 11? Like
I think Sprig is 10,
I think
and then
he's
Anne is
10.
13. And then
okay,
Polly, like, is Polly like 5?
I think like Matt's been pretty ambiguous with that, but I think he did say 5 at one time. I wonder for
Yeah,
I mean
it's saying 5 for
honestly,
Polly.
yeah, I always wondered like would we have like a huge cast and it's been like 6 months since they went to Amphibia. So I've always wondered like would we ever get like a birthday episode for them? Like for any of them? Like not even just the three like not even just like Marcy or Sasha, but like literally like Hop Hop, Sprig or Polly. Like we have to run into their birthdays sometime.
Yeah, like
We
by the end of
not
season 2, it's been 6 years, I think. So not 6 years. What was 6 months?
6 months, yeah. It's like if it 6 years it did Amphibia, dang. She's like a adult now. Yeah. I
But
also like how this episode kind of in a way like had them explore Wartwood more. Like they did in Cane Crazy by meeting with Loggle, but like we also met as I said before that the baker dude, and then we also were at a farm
Miss
where they got the
Crocker.
cheese. Yeah, Mrs. Croker and the cheese. And
Yeah, and like yeah, so we got a look at Mrs. Croker and Maddie, and like you said earlier, Ben, like that was Maddie's like introduction to the show, which was like amazing.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's just really funny though because like she has like such a creepy introduction to the show, but then like you got she's I feel like a total weirdo. But then you go over the curse and she's all like, "You guys shouldn't be so consuming, like so assuming." Like it's like you introduce yourselves to them like that, and like I don't know. I always felt like the setup for curse was just weird to me because like right, like doesn't she come off as totally creepy, and then like you go over the curse and she's talking about the fact that she's like I don't know, not like you shouldn't judge her for that. I don't know. That's just me.
I think she was like, you shouldn't assume all magic users are like evil or something like that. Because
It's
like,
like she has a voodoo doll impaling Sprig.
Yeah, it's like I wouldn't blame Sprig for assuming something was wrong with her. Like same thing. Like no, she
spray.
yeah. No, and like literally, like when Anne tries to give her the breakup news, she literally tosses like what, like baked goods that looked like them into like a fire. So it's like
No,
I
that was
don't know what she
before.
wants from them. Oh yeah. I don't know what she wants from them, honestly.
And this is our first look at not our first look, but the episode starts with Anne introducing Domino to Sprig and Polly,
Oh yeah.
and which is interesting because like the next week's episode or the episode after is the domino effect, which is like
Yeah.
I think
Like
didn't the show do this last week where they had like a reference to the next episode, or was that am I just
trying to
What
think.
was the flood swim? Um,
last week we had Cane
Because
Crazy and Blood, Sweat and Tears. Did that reference anything for this week's for today's episode?
I don't.
I don't know, but I definitely think you're onto something because like I I feel like at times in the past when I've like randomly rewatched an episode and I'd see Domino at the beginning, I'd be thinking, oh, is this like the domino effect? But then I'd be, you know what I mean? Like I think what you're saying is definitely something Amphibia does. But
I mean,
huh.
Sprint Against the World was created, or like first said in Blood, Sweat, and Tears. So that
Yeah.
might be what you're thinking of.
Maybe that was like the continuity thing carrying over.
I don't think they said it this episode. I mean, they did like a fist
No, they
bump
didn't.
like 3 times, but no, they didn't. Would have been perfect time though. Honestly, someone should make a counter. Like every time Spraying Against the World is said, I feel like it's not said that much. Honestly, like maybe
It isn't.
yeah, only for the important scenes. Yeah, only the most important scenes.
And I also like that. I think I talked about the shame cage joke, and then I also like Hop Hop's like recipe book is called Ye Old Ways, and then
Yeah.
the joke with the painting.
Yeah, because I feel
Oh
Amphibia
yeah,
does that a lot,
tradition
though,
is
right?
everything.
Yeah, no, doesn't Amphibia do that a lot where they just have like random jokes on a book? Like I swear, like I can't remember what episode it was, but like I think a bunch of books class on like Hop Pop, and it's like something about broken dreams. Like I can't remember. Oh no, it says like so you're a failed actor. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was that.
last
That was
week.
that. Yeah.
That was last week's episode.
Okay. Yeah. Seriously. Yeah. I just
And then there's like a future episode where like Hoppa's reading a book called like Dying Alone.
yeah. I know. I don't know why, but I think I just love it when the show just makes when the show just like bullies Hop Up like that. Like it's just so funny to me. Like.
Oh, and then like very early on the show, like the pizza JPEG was like a popular meme because it was in the promos, I think.
Oh
I feel like I
yeah,
haven't.
Sprig was like, maybe we should put pineapple on pizza.
Oh, yeah. No, I think
and was like, no, don't you ever do that.
Oh my god, yeah, they were all like they were all scared for the freaking lives. Like, I don't know, that was just I don't even know. Like, I can like honestly, for me, like I can totally relate to that. I have like tons of friends who like pineapple with pieces, and like sometimes I mean I just like I don't get it, but like honestly, yeah. No, that was like cathartic in a way. Like her just tossing him against the wall, telling him not to put pineapple on the pizza was great.
See, I may get some hate on this, but I don't.
It's fine.
I don't like pizza in general,
Wait,
so
what?
I really can't relate to Anne.
That's worse
in a way. But it's still funny.
No, you hear Chuck, man.
Really enter the chat just to
just to say based. Ben doesn't like pizza. That's crazy. This is crazy. I've never heard anyone saying they don't like pizza, but I don't know. To each their own, I guess.
It's just it's the texture mostly. It's weird. I don't know.
Dang. Do you think Anne would find that worse? Like someone disliking pizza, like someone just not liking pizza in general. Like, would that be worse than putting pineapple on the pizza?
Yes.
Maybe, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's sorry, Ben. We won't judge you here.
Yeah, this is a non-judgment zone.
It's fine.
Yep. Oh, I see that though. Yeah. I don't know what to say, but shoot.
So we covered Maddie. I guess like there's this really weird frame with when they're running away from like the worm, where it's like you see everyone's like the front view.
Oh, front facing, yeah,
front facing.
Yeah. No, that was like, I don't know. I was weirded out by that for a second, but let me see if I can find him. Let's see that again. Yeah, it's when they're about to run into the gate, right? Like it's all of them just like running away from the cow worm. Like I don't even like what is the name of it? Like
it was basically a cow, but a worm.
Yeah.
And then Polly's like laughing the whole time.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, God, yeah. I just like that. Yeah, she was just having fun the entire episode. Like she didn't care about dying or danger or anything. She was just smiling. God. Yeah, that is just. I think that's just like a really fun part of Polly. Like she's just always there just to have fun. I mean, like Sure, there are some times where she does acknowledge the danger, but like most of the time, she's just having like a wild adventure.
Yeah, I think she said it herself in like a season 2 episode or something that she's like an agent of anarchy. So she likes that danger.
Yeah, and then she always goes, no, like, oh, my favorite part of that is that, okay, you remember, like, in New Wartwood, like, she even says, I go where the mob goes. Then for the rest of the Wartwood episodes, anytime there's a mob, like, anytime there's, like,
Yeah,
a
she's
mob, you
there.
see Polly there, yeah. I just love that. Like, I just love the fact they do that. Like, it's just, I don't know. It just feels so, like, it just feels so, like, nice and, like, with hard work right there. But, gosh, I think, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like,
Front post planners, Anna's curse suspicious front view.
First. Man, I'm like trying to think right now. I remember shit, now I can't remember what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I was just gonna talk about how much I just like when I first started the show, like I didn't notice like how much effort was really put into like everything. Like, even in the smallest details, like Hot Pop's cutting board. Like, there's you can tell that Hot Pop's not that. No, it's weird though. You can tell like I think in the season 1 they're trying to establish that he's not that great as not that great of a cook, but like they also like show you a bunch of like small details with the cutting board just having like knife nudges in it. If that's like I don't even know if that's the right way to call it, but you know what I mean. Like
the knife marks are normal. I'm just surprised. Like it looks like he's just using the table as a cutting board, which like
shoot, was he? Oh, I didn't even
like.
notice.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's just the table.
I mean,
have,
if
like,
it was
the
a butcher
episode.
block, table, then yeah, like I get why he'd
Shoot,
use
he
it.
totally is. He totally is. That's just crazy. That's just crazy. Yeah, he legit just does that. But see, that's why, like, God, I don't even know. That's why Toastal doesn't even like it. Like, he probably doesn't even try to clean his tables. He just does his crap. I don't know.
Yeah, this is not sanitary.
Yeah, it is not. God, the old ways.
But like, do you have you guys seen pizza with basil on it?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Like, I don't even know if I've ever seen basil on anything. Like, I don't even. I don't know.
Like that's usually like it's like a either you grind it like a powder and then like you put it in like whatever you're making, or like it's like a topping, like a final like touch. I don't know. I was just surprised seeing basil there. Like honestly, like and could have cut that out to save like the headache of gathering everything.
Yeah, the wiki
maybe
says they had to fight aphids for it.
I mean, maybe in a way it was like a reminder of home, right? Because like that's something she did a lot in the beginning of in like the first few episodes. Like she always looked for a way to think that like she wasn't that far away from home because you have like the whole Domino episode next week, but like you also have this a pizza, like right, like she said she always had pizza for friends, so she's like, hey, let me go bring this to this world. Let's go. I don't know. Let's go act like I'm still on Earth or something. At least I think that's like another motivation for her this episode.
Oh, so apparently maybe it's a Thai thing because like Thai basil is
Yeah,
common in
probably.
pizza, I think.
Oh, is it? I mean,
Yeah,
I
like
guess it's. I mean, it does make sense. It does make sense that she would like go specifically for that then, because
yeah, like I tried googling it. And there's like a bunch of like, is it Thai or Thai?
I think it's shoot. I think it's Thai, right? Thai.
Yeah, like Thailand.
It's Thai, okay.
So
okay.
yeah, it would make sense. That would make sense that she'd go specifically for that because she's like Anne's like very very proud of like Thai cultures and stuff. And hell, her parents even own a restaurant too, so they actually definitely go for it.
Yeah, that's a nice detail. Oh, RGU, yeah, he's Thai, so he's our expert here.
Yeah, RG is actually we should have him on the podcast. Just correct us on any Thai facts. But
let's see, we got, and then like the cutaway to like the tomato monster, which like I think overall, like, have we gotten? Maybe I don't watch enough enough shows, but are there? Is it common to have episodes where like the cast look for the ingredients? Because usually, I think it's more common like the plot of like an episode is like getting to the destination that serves the food rather than actually like getting the ingredients for the food. Like, because I can't think of an example of like another show where like the characters go out of their way to get the ingredients rather just like going to like a restaurant or like destination that offers what they're looking for.
Um,
Yeah,
I have no
like
idea.
none come to mind right now, but I don't know. I don't think so. Because like usually in like shows, I feel like usually in cartoons like this, like they're just like they see this one commercial of this really awesome, amazing food. Like in regular show, I mean, like every single time, anything they showed in regular show, I wanted to eat. But like in here, we're just going for it. We're trying to make that awesome food instead of like having a whole quest of trying to get to that restaurant that serves it. So like honestly, I don't know. Like
Yeah,
yeah, I
because
don't
like
know. Yeah.
I thought about it for a bit like a few days ago when I watched the episode, like and like I couldn't come up with like any other like example,
Yeah.
which is neat because like yeah, it's just neat that like I can't think of another show that's done this like and then like the tomato I don't they make like kind of like a butt joke where like Hop Pop's like butt is in Anne's face
Yeah,
during like
I never like I never liked that. Like I never liked that on any
yeah
time.
I
But
felt
like
uncomfortable
it was
with
like
that.
yeah, I did. Yeah, I feel like they could have had in any other pose, but they're just like let's just shove Hop Up. No, I don't want to say it. It's like I've never liked that about the episode. Like that's the only thing I'm like ugh when I see it.
And like the show's so gross sometimes
Yeah.
just like that like that claustrophobic feeling like I don't know that made me
Yeah,
that's
they
what made
turned.
me uncomfortable.
Oh
They
yeah,
literally turned it up to a 10. Like it could have just easily been, like it could have just easily been Hop Hop's back on her face, but no, they had to go for that. Like
they had Anne's butt on Polly's face too in that scene.
what? Oh, I didn't even. Oh, I did not even notice
Oh,
that.
I see it now. Oh.
Oh, come on. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know my opinion on that. Like,
Because like it's hard for me to like when Anne's like realizing like the error of her ways, but then like Hop Pop's butt is just in her face.
yeah, I know. Like they're teaching such a good lesson, and like his butt is just right on her face. It's like, come on. I don't even know. Like, is it weird that they don't even acknowledge it? Like, Ant's not even like, Hop Hop, get your ass off me. Like we don't even like. I don't know.
I mean, they're in an area where they're in danger of being like boiled alive by tomato plant stomach acid. So I don't think you're going to be worrying about
Yeah,
a
that's true.
frog's butt in your face.
No, I just remember Sprigg saying like, "Oh, at least the death will be painless." No, like what if I swear Polly had something to say about that, but I
Yeah,
can't remember
Polly,
what.
like, hold on, let me pull up the transcript. I remember she said something like, "That's not true" or something. He's like, "Let me believe this lie."
Yeah, I know. Yeah, God, Sprigg has like so many good lines in season one. Like,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
God,
Polly says, why would this be painless?" And then Sprig just like yells at her, "Just let me have this lie."
God.
And then we get that wholesome moment where like Hop Up like he was still upset like that they were going like they're risking their lives for this pizza, but then he still said like you're really trying to help this family out, and that's worth something in my book. And
Yeah,
like
like he
that's a
appreciates. Yeah,
yeah.
and like I just feel like that one line, that already shows like this, huge contrast between like Anne's relationships on Amphibia and her like relationships back on Earth, where like her group was more like structured in a way where like you had to bring something to the group, otherwise you'd be like less valued in a way. Like that's nothing against Marge and Sasha, but like that's just sort of what Matt told us. Like that was just how it was. But like here like. Sure, she has like maybe like zero farmer skills, but like Hop Hop still appreciates the fact that like she was willing, to stick her neck out like this to help them. Like that's just what he really cares about in the end. I mean, sure, he's still a little annoyed. They risked their lot. Like Sprague basically sold away his future for these ingredients, but they ended up losing him anyway. But like, yeah, he's still happy that Anne did this for them.
And like what was also hilarious is that Hop Hop's book mentions that like this monster is like delicious raw, and then like the look on their faces when they like know what they're gonna do is just like so like hilariously evil.
Yeah, God, no, but it's just like still though. It's like his what still ruins it is like the fact that his butt is still on her face. Like, oh man. No, but still, it's still a really good scene though. Like, but God, that must have been like awful for like the monster though. Like Christ, like they literally like
they burst out of it like alien style.
See, like what I don't get is like if they knew, like, did they eat everything in there? Because if they knew that like if eaten raw, it tasted really good. Like, why not just like collect some of that stuff and bring it back? You know what I mean? Like, shove that into Anne's backpack or whatever she had. Like, just shove it into Anne's backpack and just haul ass.
I think they took a tomato back with them.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah,
took
but
a
like,
slice.
yeah, they took a slice, but like they killed the whole monster. They could have like
I feel like they could have
just
just
that.
Yeah, I know, because like they probably like God, they probably tasted like amazing to them. So like I don't see why they couldn't just like collect a bunch of it and just bring it over. But I don't know. I mean, I guess in the end they just really wanted to combine, both. I'm not gonna say not both worlds, but I mean both like both of what like I guess Anne and Hop Hop could bring to it. Like Hop Hop's traditions and Anne's like I don't even want to call them like new stuff because it's like pizza's old, but like you know what I mean? Like just I don't guess something different. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice.
And did we? What was the name of that? I'm looking up the name of like the guy who's like who locks them in. I forgot what the name of that is called.
I've just been thinking of him as like the executioner or something. Like I don't know. Like isn't he dressed like one, like a medieval execute? Like,
Yeah, he's dressed like an executioner.
Oh, I say just call him executioner then. Like I feel like that's just what he is.
Like, do we see him in future episodes? I don't know. His name's Carl. Okay.
Carl? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, I don't know.
But yeah, I just like the
I feel like
Hop
we see
like
him.
Hive swear. Yeah, I think we've seen everything.
Yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
Well, I feel like we maybe see the executioner frog guy later because he seems kind of familiar.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the picture right now.
Like I just feel like I just feel like they're. I mean, maybe I don't think he ever like spoke again, but like maybe he had like I don't know background shots or something where I don't know. I can't remember.
Probably.
But I think he definitely was here and there. I mean, was he in the? I mean, I feel like the way to really know which Wartwood characters were important is like the Battle of the Bands, like group shot. Like if he's there, then like yeah, he's legit. But I gotta look that up, man.
I mean, like whenever we see like future like towny group shots or like background shots, we can probably
we can definitely find him there.
figure it out. But I mean, I think I've pretty much like covered all of my thoughts on the segment. Like, I think Ben, do you have any final thoughts?
No, I don't think so. No, just yeah, I said it earlier, but it pretty good season 1 episode with some just good funny jokes and good world building. I don't have anything else to really add on to that.
Like, how about you, Nick? Anything else you want to cover?
Yeah, not in particular, honestly. I don't really have much else to say.
Yeah, like I think. Oh, we get like that final. Like we get Maddie later on in the segment, like with her dad, like saying, "Hey, that's
Oh
my
yeah, he
son-in-law."
says,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that's my son-in-law. God, I just love how they kept that up though. I always like how they kept that. They didn't just forget about that. Like they actually like kept that continuity and followed up and like gave us like a
Yeah, I
sort of
think.
conclusion to that arc.
Yeah, I think dating season. I think brings it up again, where like Maddie gave Sprig like a ring,
Oh, did
an
she?
engagement ring. Yeah, like it was like a black skull or something.
Like does that mean she was like wishing death on him because it's like he's about to like hook up with like another girl while he's engaged to her? Like I wonder what that was about.
No, I think that was before. Like, I think I think it was when Hop Up was setting up Sprig. Sprig like he tries to like get out of going on a date with Ivy by saying, "Oh, what about Maddie?" And then Hop Up's like, "Screw that. They've got they've got money."
Hop up
I
just
think
knows,
he
man. Yeah,
like that marriage is dead or something.
yeah. No, but see, that's just nice. I feel like I don't know how Amphibia produces the show, like makes it, but like I just like that though. It just feels like it's more organic. I feel like just taking these chances to make like a one-off joke or like a nod towards a previous episode like that. It really just does. It really does make the show feel like it's alive. Like it isn't like every episode's not just some separate thing. No, it's all connected.
Yeah, it's not like self. It's not self. Uh, I don't want to say self-contained because like that sometimes that can be a good thing. But yeah, it feels like an actual town
Yeah.
that's not like secluded off between homes. And then we get like Hop Hop like with his like family friendly swearing, and that's pretty
Oh,
much like
son
the
of a
end of the
slug.
segment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. God. No, I just like how they. I don't know. I just like all the parodies on like not parodies. You know what I mean? Like the curse words that they basically just take from here and just put it in there. Yeah, I like that. Oh, sorry. What do you think? I think you cut off. Oh, I think phone might have crashed.
Let's see. Stakeout. The next episode is Stakeout, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stakeout was written by Michelle Cavan, storyboarded by Jen Strickland, Steve Wolfhard, directed by Bert Yoon, music by TJ Hill, and animated by the Surman Animation. So I guess the episode starts off with Ann and Hop Hop arguing over stuff. Uh, and it's like a generational argument and arguing. Anne's talking about her life in the city, in the modern day city, and Hop Hop wants to stick to his old ways. So they're giving each other a hard time and driving Sprig crazy. Sprig decides to sort of put them together to work out their differences. So I guess like tells Hop Hop that someone stole his prize winning corn, and that they have to like do a stakeout to catch the thief. So I guess Nick, what are your thoughts on this
Honestly,
first
just
part? Yes.
honestly, like when you said like when you mentioned the prize winning corn, like that just reminded me like of like their of the lines they both had there. Like yeah, he says like someone stole my prize winning corn, and like you win prizes. Then Hop Up says like that's an expression, and like that just gets me thinking. I just feel like because we haven't learned a ton about Hop Hop's past, but like we have learned that like he definitely wasn't like a farmer originally. Like he was like adventurous. Like he went from here to there, and then when he heard about what happened with Polly and Sprig's parents, like he immediately came back home and became this overprotective figure in their lives. And like what I've noticed though is like I mean he's obviously like not the best farmer around, right? Like he's obviously like not the best at like handling a job like this, and I feel like that just like sort of connects back to like how he used to live. Like he didn't grow up intending to settle down like this. Like it was the role was like sort of thrust upon Hop Hop, and like I feel like that's sort of why he's so extreme about some things. Like yeah, all this is like a reaction for him. Like he's like I don't know, like no, because man, because like you have to imagine, because like Polly and Sprig were like not that much younger when all this happened, right? So like you have to think like how long has Hopham been doing this? Because like you can just assume right now that like what was he living an adventurous life for at least 50 to 60 years before he settled down with them? So it's like I don't know, all that just like all that just sort of connects with you now. It's like it just explains why he's not the best chef. He's not the best like. I don't want to knock him down to the parental figure, but like I mean, come on, the man has done some shady things. He's done some shady things.
Yeah, because he's sort of like forced into this role.
Yeah,
I guess something
like
that.
this role, like this because like there was like no one else, right? Like there were
Yeah,
like no other planters to help take care of them, so he just had to go
Yeah.
take the job for himself.
yeah, exactly. Ben, do you want to share your thoughts on this first part?
First part. Let me try and think. I yeah, it is like a generational gap thing, and like Sprig and Polly kind of like just already grew up like on the farm, so they can't really relate to Anne, but like I feel like kind of a little bit this episode kind of just like a little bit forgot about how much in a way like connection Anne and Hop Hop kind of grew a bit in the previous episode of Pop Luck, with like him saying she like wanted to help out the family, and like now they're arguing again, and like with these episodes airing like back to back, it would kind of seem a little strange, but
Yeah, so it's like it's like nothing ever happened in the last episode.
yeah. And like I do like when they're doing their stakeout, like Anne got her like essentially Mountain Dew, and Pop Pop got his like
I
his
don't even
gourd
know.
tea, his tea in like it essentially like
Cause like
a face mug, a mug
Yeah, I
that
feel like-
looks like a face.
like could it have been like a reference to like what movie like it's called like Evil Dead? I forgot, but I don't know.
I
I,
don't
feel like
know.
I've seen something like that before.
Maybe
But no,
a
Yeah.
little.
like,
Maybe a
Planter's
little bit of a
face-
reference to Gravity Falls' rock that looks like a face thing.
Yeah, maybe.
It's a face
But-
that.
But he
Is it a
totally like
rock face that looks like a rock?
yeah. But
No,
seriously,
it's
like
a
Hop Hop
rock.
totally just gave. He basically gave like a. That's what I'm talking about though. Like he basically gave like a 13-year-old drugs. Like I don't like that's what I'm saying about Hop Hop.
I mean, but both of them hallucinate,
Yeah, that's true.
and then they argue some more about like your drink caused this, no, yours caused this, and then like yes, Sprig and Polly are like, I think they just they go to stop, but they think they're a corn monster, and they go to fight them off. But
Yeah, and then you have like
in reality, nothing has happened. So it's like
yeah.
it's kind of like they're using their imagination, but not really.
Yeah. No, then like yeah, honestly, just like the blue-haired Anne though. Like I just like it's just crazy to me that like we just had like all these winks and not like winks and nudges like at the beginning of the series
Yeah.
like this. Like you have like the blue glowing eyes and you have like because like I just like blue powered stuff shows up a lot with Anne. Is all I'm saying because like even in like. Anne, what was it called? Like Anne versus not Anne versus Wild, but like Hunter. Was it Hunter Anne? I can't remember.
Yeah,
Can't
it was
remember
I
which one,
think
but-
Anne Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter Anne, because like she even has like that bow and arrow. That's like what
which was
glowing blue. Like,
yeah, even though it was a dream.
yeah, I know. Like I was when I
Yeah.
saw that trailer, like I thought that was gonna be. I don't know. I thought that was gonna be like connected to something, but like I don't know. Like there's always just been that blue aspect of her that they kept consistent, which I've liked.
And I feel like that was the whole point. Like her power is the blue gem. So
Yeah.
like everything everything like mystical related is gonna be blue for her.
And I think that blue hair effect, like they actually like recorded some kind of like blue foil and lighting. So I really liked that. I really liked like the. I wish they kept that effect for like True Colors. It would have been a nice callback. But how's my volume, by the way? Like, is my mic
Oh no, it's
I
good.
can hear
You're
you. You're
fine.
good.
Sounds good.
all right? Okay, that's good. And thank you, Chuck, for giving that summary. But
No problem.
are you guys just covering like? Have you guys like how far are you guys covering the episode so far?
I think we just sort of just jumped towards the end, but I guess we have to. I think we should. Okay, we probably should focus back in the beginning because we had the whole like montage of Anne and Hop Hop just arguing with each other. But did we talk? I think we talked about that. But
Yeah, I
I
kind of
like the
started.
Wally joke.
oh yeah, nothing like collecting the remains of a broken frog family. Yeah,
That was dark.
it was dark. Like they just have like I don't know, like they just have like these extremely dark jokes here in Amphibia that they just toss around here and there, but then it looks no, but then like if I don't know, you don't think much of it because it still looks like a nice wholesome frog show, but there's always been something dark, always something darker than than what appears.
This episode, I really like the. It was nice to get a Hop Hop and Anne dynamic because like Anne's pretty much like the rebellious teenager, and then Hop Hop's like the caretaker. So like, it was nice to get an episode of them being at odds like so early on in the show because like, it probably wouldn't have been as like entertaining to see them like bond like. The, how do I describe this? Because like I don't want to say like I don't want to say there's no conflict between them because eventually, like in season 2, there's a whole conflict.
Yeah, there's like a whole
It's a whole thing.
yeah, and that's the thing that like it's like yeah, it is right to describe Anne as like a rebellious teenager in season 1, but I just feel like maybe not. I think definitely in season 2 you can just see like she finds a role in that family instead of just feeling like an add-on. Like she sort of like finds some place in that group of them. Like she sort of becomes like this like the elder daughter, like the elder granddaughter that like Hop Hop can count on because like she starts taking on like more responsibilities compared to Sprig and Polly. Like I mean, heck, you see her carrying Polly in some episodes. And, like I'm pretty sure towards the beginning of the series, right? Like you'd always see Hop Hop holding her, but then it transfers over to Anne, and then you always see Anne driving Bessie too. So it's like we've never seen. I mean, that's mostly because like Sprig refuses to read that book, but like still, though, I just feel like it's all there, right? Like she's like Anne's taking on a more mature role compared to them. Yeah.
Yes, like early on in season 1, like the conflicts between like Anne and Hop Hop are like a little bit more childish
Yeah.
than at least like in season 2, like
Oh
I
yeah,
guess,
it's
like,
more yeah. It's more real. It's more like family related. Like it's like oh yeah, I see where you're coming from with that. Yeah.
yeah, it's more I guess adult concerns like mostly like in season 2 when they were traveling like it was mostly most of the concern was like making sure the group stays together and whatnot. And then like the box, it's not like some household chore. It's something a little bit more heavy, I guess. So it was nice getting that out of the way now with between Anne and Hop Hop figuring out their relationship, I guess.
And yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know. I've always felt like the way that Anne breaks up like their bonding moment is like the worst thing she could have ever done. I don't even know. Like Hop Hop's talking about how much his life sucks. He is too, and then she's just like, yeah, but my life is like way worse than yours. Like I was wondering like where did that come from? Like why would you even say that? But...
Yeah, and yeah, early on, and like I kind of like that, like looking back, because like it still reminds us that season 1 Anne is still kind of a dick.
Yeah, like she's just not like she is that. I feel like she's just that rebellious teenager for like no good reason. Like that's like I feel like that's just not who she. Because in season 2, like would you call her that? Like no, like she's just there for the group, and when she can't have fun, like she'll do it. But like sure, there'll be times where where she's not that interested in activity, but like she's still there to help. Like in Hunter Ann, like she doesn't like to plant her family dance, but she's still there to help him get food. Like it's there. Like that growth is all there for her.
And
Did I cut out again? Oh,
no.
yeah,
I
I
liked
was just making sure.
when Anne and Sprig, not Anne and Sprig, like did you guys talk about like Sprig putting on the hat and the hat and cape? You remind me of Darkwing Duck.
Oh no. Yeah, I've never seen any DuckTales stuff. But like, okay, I know what you mean now. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, he definitely
Like,
does.
Not the acting, I guess, just the just like the pose and the.
Oh yeah, and like literally the outfit too. Yeah, right. Because like Sprig has that huge a huge hat. Let me see if I can see it. Yeah, I definitely see what you mean.
And it was also hilarious the way he just jumps out the window, like he glides backwards.
Yeah. No, then Polly calls him a maniac or something, right? Like, you monster, you maniac. I can't remember what it is.
Oh, you're mad.
So then I just like how like just what I noticed though is like I think like I thought of this too when Chuck was like summarizing the episode, but like the way that Sprig handles people bickering is like completely different from what Hop Up and do. Like he puts in genuine effort to make them have like some sort of connection, but then like Hop Up and they just kick out Sprig and Polly, right? Like they kick out Sprig and Polly and leave them at this random dangerous location just because they don't want to hear them yell at each other anymore. Like I just noticed that but I don't know like that's what I'm talking about.
Maybe their thought process, like maybe like they'll learn to like get along if they're like in a dangerous environment. But the problem was that Anne and Hop Up weren't in a dangerous environment. They were just on a drug trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were tripping out on energy drinks.
On the Gatorade. And even like the animation during their hallucination, like overall, like I think it was a little bit like production value seemed a little bit higher than usual because I guess they had to animate Anne's hair, and then like Hop Up has like his teapot effects, and then like their imaginary monsters fire, like, and then also like the neon colors, like it made the scene a lot like different from what we normally see in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Which is a nice touch.
It's saying on the wiki or Amphibia, like it was iridescent cellophane rotating on a turntable, and then they ran that footage through a kaleidoscope filter on a phone.
Yeah, I think
so. Like,
Nice.
That's a lot of work for Anne's loop of hair animation.
Yeah, could have sworn. Didn't Matt have didn't he like? I think for the first few episodes, like he had a blog where he talked about the production on some of these episodes. I think Stakeout was one of them.
Yeah, like I remember I tried reading them before these episodes, but like yeah, he did for. I'm not sure if it was 6 episodes or 6 segments, but like it wasn't that long because like Matt mentioned, like compiling all that was like another job of its own.
Yeah,
which I feel for Matt, especially
the daily episodes.
You had the bomb Matt, yeah. It's not
I feel bad. I feel bad for liking that though because it's just I don't know. Like there's a side of me that like acknowledges like this really isn't good for like the show's popularity and success and recognition, but like at the same time, I just remember it being like a super comfy time. Like I just really like that, but yeah, it does suck though because we didn't get posters for every single episode, right? Like I think
just reunion.
I really love the reunion one, and I would have loved like a Toe Tax and Prison Break one. Like maybe they could have like sort of paralleled Anne and sort of what they did in Burroughs Warhammer and the Second Temple. They could have paralleled Sasha and Anne both in Toe Tax and Prison Break. It could have been great. It could have been really awesome, but I don't know. Matt can't keep the creative juices flowing every single day.
Yeah, which is understandable. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, but I don't know. It's a complicated issue with me. Like I understand the problems with it, but like I just look back at that time, you know, with just like general happiness. Like I'm happy I got to see Amphibia that way because it was just always nice to get up. It's like what 10 a.m. or something. I just flip on the TV and I just watch some Amphibia. Then I go do something else. Like it was just nice like that.
And so I'm guessing you guys already talked about the Anne's blue hair and like true colors, whatever, and the gem
Yeah.
powers.
Yeah. Yeah. I
And
was just like mentioning how it's always there. Yeah.
and then did you guys talk about Bouldertron and Frobo?
Oh no, I didn't. No, we didn't go over that.
Yeah, because like when I rewatched that episode, like when I saw Bouldertron, it's like, wait a minute, this is like reminding me of Frobo. Like this the shape in general, like the big arms and like short legs, and then big head slash chest. Like I'd want to ask Matt if like if Frobo and Polly were always like going to be a thing back in season 1. I don't know.
I wonder. Oh man, I don't know. Frobo and Polly. I feel like if there was anything Frobo would have done, like I don't think I would have ever expected like a relationship between him and Polly. Like just like a I don't even know what to call it. Like is it like a little brother, older sister type thing? Like I have no clue. But
I'm guessing that's what it was supposed to be. Like we didn't
yeah.
really get a lot with Frobo and Polly.
I know, like I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know if I would have even wanted more from both of them. But I think it was still like a nice. I think that was still like a nice development for Polly though, because like she got to take care of someone who's like I guess technically younger than her, but like I don't know. It's just good to see that like she jumped on board too with the whole I'm done getting into crazy wacky adventures. I just want to chill. Like I like that Polly jumped on that ship too.
And then like apparently Paul this isn't the first time Polly has like drank Anne's Gatorade.
Oh, this isn't the first time. Or wait, what did you say?
Because the way like Polly like it seemed like to me that like Polly has like done this isn't her first time drinking Anne's like drink or whatever. Unless like she just made up Bouldertron like on the spot. I don't know. It seemed like she was like returning to this
Oh
hallucination.
yeah. I mean, maybe she had some of Hop Pop's drinks, like some of Hop Pop's drink in the past, and like it sort of gave her the same effect, right, or something like that.
Maybe.
Because like, I mean, like Hop Pop and Anne's drinks, they both gave them like the same effect, same illusions. Like I could just see it being that way.
I think Anne mentioned there was like because they took like each other's otherworldly drinks, like that's what caused the hallucinations, I think.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I remember Anne making that really weird face after she drank Hop Pop's drink. I thought it was
Yeah.
it was just so ugly. Like I guess that was the point, but
Yeah. Christ. Yeah. God, I can't imagine what that thing must have tasted like. 'Cause I feel like that berry blast or whatever it was called was like super sweet, but then like whatever Hop Pop gave her was just like crank. It was just
bitter.
like disgusting. Like probably the most bitter thing she ever tasted in her entire life. God, I don't know. Like I just feel like there's just so much you can sort of take away from Hop Pop in these beginning episodes. Because I don't know if you're here, Tom, when I was mentioning it, but like because like we just know that like Hop Pop. He was like an event. He was like basically like an adventuring all around Amphibia for like a very long time before he settled down with like Polly and Sprig, and like that didn't occur until like when they were kids. But that couldn't have happened that long ago. So
Oh
like
yeah, I heard this part. Yeah, but like
okay, yeah.
like how did you relate to like the episode? I didn't hear that part.
Oh, I was just shoot. Like I can't. I think it was during the prize
Okay.
thing. Yeah, yeah.
Oh
Because like
no, that's all right. That's all right then. Okay.
okay, yeah. It was just I don't know. It just got me thinking about like what it meant for Hop Pop's character and like why why he acts in certain ways, like why he's willing to. I don't know. I still can't tell if we're supposed to take the episode serious or not. Like where he just brainwashes them all. Like children of the spoiler, right? Like yeah, he just brainwashes them all just because he can't get them to listen to him. It's like he didn't think about any other ways he could discipline them besides just doing that. But yeah, I don't know. There's
Hop Hop seems like a traditional guy until like his focused episodes where he like goes off the rails.
yeah, exactly. Like I just feel like it's all reactionary and forced on him. Like he forces that out of himself. Like it's like that's just why he depends so much on tradition. Like this was something that he fell back on. Like maybe yeah, because like he has no. Do we even know if he has kids? I don't think he had kids before, right? Like this was.
Oh,
well, we don't know that, but like I just feel like this was his
Polly
way
and Sprig's parents might have been. Well, one of their parents might have been his kid, but we don't know that.
Yeah, maybe because like I think Chuck just said like he wasn't married, but like yeah, like that's the thing though. Like maybe that's why he fell back so hard in tradition. Like that's why he goes so hard in it. Like even so, he had like what I'm gonna say like probably 60 years of being a bachelor or something. I don't even know the correct term, but like yeah, he had 60 years of that. And then he's like thinking, how do I raise his kids? How do I enter this new life? Oh, let's just go. Let me fall back in the old planter family traditions. So I just think that like that's just a side of Hop Hop right there.
That's fine.
Yeah,
And then,
maybe
like,
there's
I guess once we get season 3, it'll be curious to see how Hop Hop like reacts on Earth.
Oh
Because,
man,
like,
yeah.
Because
Like,
like,
I think
I'm guessing he was an adventurer to like some extent. So I'm guessing since the Boon Choys are going to be help take care of the planners, then like Hop Up doesn't really have the same. He doesn't have the same responsibilities that he has back in Amphibia. So maybe we might get something out of that.
Oh yeah, no, I could see him being so because he's already like browsing on Anne's phone, right? Like we saw it while he was in the kitchen. He was just chilling, using Anne's phone like it didn't matter. Like that'd be so cool though, just seeing like a more laid back Hop Hop because he suddenly doesn't have to watch out for Anne, Sprig, and Polly all the time. Like just sort of like a clue back into how Hop Hop used to be before he came the Wartwood and settled down. But no, that'd be like totally cool.
And also like he could probably like become a more like laid back grandparent because like now like Anne has her parents there already.
Yeah.
So that like if there's any like conflict between them, then like Hop Up will be like the respected elder that steps in as the mediator. But I guess Nick, any final thoughts on this segment?
Honestly, like no, not really. I mean, I'm still waiting to get the Sprig versus Hop Hop. Like that one, like I know that's not a fan favorite to a lot of people, but like to me,
I love that
that's like the
episode,
funniest episode in season 1. That's the funniest freaking episode in season 1. Like it genuinely every single second of it just makes me laugh. But I can't wait to get to that one.
How many episodes we have? Oh, okay, we have 3 episodes.
Okay, yeah. All right, no, I'll definitely be back on in 3 more weeks then. Yeah.
And Ben, any final thoughts?
Yeah, I like the animation in this episode when they were tripping out on each other's drinks. I do feel like maybe or I don't know. I do like how Polly was automatically like, Sprig, why'd you do this? Because she just automatically, or through like a very little investigation, knew it was Sprig who was behind taking the corn. And
Yeah, like Polly's the voice of reason.
Yeah, it's funny. Like looking back, yeah, it's kind of funny how that changed though, because it's like is that like a matter of like because like Polly played the straight man like a lot of times, right, in season 1, like, and then like that sort of changed in season 2, where she just became more more mischievous. I don't even know how to say mischievous, but you know, she just became more like I guess childish or something. But yeah, is that like a matter of him just like still figuring out her character, or like is that just like Sprig looking more mature and like relatively, because I mean he has matured by that point, but I don't know.
I guess it depends on the circumstance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe so. I'm not sure.
Anything else, Ben? I think we like.
No, I don't got anything. Good episode. Good jokes. Good funny little hallucination drug trip from drinks and
Yeah, and
yeah, good monster design too, I guess, of the corn mode for Sprig.
I mean, I
Because
didn't
like
think
his hallucination form to Anne and Pop Pop was like a corn monster thing.
like a scarecrow kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like there's a little detail of like Polly being on Sprig's shoulder or head, and
Oh
they added
yeah.
that to the monster. But
I'd say
yeah,
that's
like I
it.
thought this was nice. I thought this was like a fun episode. Like the first time, like Anne and Hop Hop, like we get to see them like struggle to get along, but then eventually they do by attacking Sprig. And like
Yeah,
that's
and when they're
That's
attacking,
the whole
first
bonding
off, they're
thing.
not even doing any damage. They're just like making whooshing noises. But then they grab the pitchforks.
Dude, like, I don't know, like why do characters bond so much anytime like Sprig's in danger? Like there's just something about that. There's just something about characters bonding every single time Sprig might die. Like I don't know what's with that. Like,
Sprig
do
has
you
that
notice that?
ability to bring people
Like
together.
I know, like in Reunion, like he's about to get sliced in half, and that's when Anne gains the courage to like. I mean, of course, after Sprig's words, like she gains the courage to stand up for him. And you have like Marcy at the gates, where like Anne has to accept the fact that Marcy has grown, that she doesn't need her protection anymore, and like boom, she like it's legit. I think that's my favorite Marcy scene, where she just like she's just like I don't know. It's just we'll get there later when we get to Marcy at the gates, but like I don't know. There's just something about Sprig causing all those events, but I don't know.
Sprig's the catalyst of the show.
Yeah. Like
The
he
things
may not
that
have
he
like he may not have like huge character arcs like the other characters, but like still though, there's like just like such a powerful and important aspect of Sprig's character that you can't like you cannot deny. Like you cannot deny its presence in the show.
I guess that pretty much concludes this week's recording, and thank you guys for coming on.
Oh yeah, you're welcome.
And I think
Yeah, you're welcome.
and next week we'll be covering so the domino effect and taking charge, which are both pretty solid episodes. But until then, I guess we'll see you guys next time. Say goodbye, everyone.
All right. See you guys.
See ya. Bye.